So, hey guys, I hope everybody's doing okay. I'm in my favorite hangout spot, which is the bathroom. I'm so sorry I'm not on camera, but I didn't want to wake my husband up with the light. So, because he's sleeping, it's late at night. So, um, I am just coming to you guys with a message. I was, of course, sitting in here praying and in my word and talking with God. And I believe that this message will help somebody else because it's something that I'm dealing with. If this message doesn't help anybody else, it's going to help me. And so, my message here, well, first, I don't really talk about a lot of personal things in my life. Now, I do to a certain extent on my YouTube channel, but I haven't really talked about people in my life, really. I know I have certain videos where I have, but this time God is really compelling me to talk to you guys about this because this is something that I'm currently dealing with. And that is testing other people's spirits and letting other people into your life. Recently, very recently, excuse me, very recently, there have been two separate women um, that have been trying to come into my life to be my friends. Um, and with both of these women, right away, my spirit did not contend with their spirit. I did not have peace in my spirit about these two women. And I didn't make accusations. Well, I try not to make accusations as to what their intentions are or anything like that. Of course, they're trying to do small gestures and small little things, but there are other things that I'm picking up that are speaking louder in my spirit that are negative about these two women. And God said to me plainly that I'd be a fool to allow someone to come in and destroy my home the way that I believe these women are trying to do. And I'm not going to go into detail what I believe these women's intentions are and things like that. I'm just going solely off of what my spirit is feeling about these two women. And neither one of these two women are bringing me peace. And I believe that if you're trying to have a friendship, if somebody's trying to be a true friend in your life, you're going to have peace about them being in your life. It's not going to be a constant nagging at your spirit that something's wrong with this person. Something is just not right. Something's off. I don't know why she did that. Why did she do that? That kind of, or why did he do that? That kind of thing. You shouldn't be questioning the things that they're doing if they're trying to be your friend. You know what I mean? And so I'm saying that to say this. In the Bible, it says that we are to test others' spirits. We are to test other spirits with our spirit. And if you do not have peace about somebody that is trying to come into your life or about somebody that, is in your life, this is where the disease of people pleasing comes in. People pleasing can be a positive thing, but more than likely it's mostly a negative thing because we're not supposed to be wanting to please others and getting their approval and making sure they like you and all of that, which is to an extent. But I used to be very extreme at this, in that I evolved my whole life around this. I made decisions that I know in my heart I shouldn't have made, trying to please other people. And if I allow that to happen with anybody else, now that I have God's Spirit in my life and on me, that then I am people pleasing in a negative way, and I'm going backwards instead of forward. And so I am so grateful that God has opened my eyes, and He did bring me through the experiences that I've been through in people pleasing to now show me when I should be doing it in a healthy way and in an unhealthy way. And when it becomes an unhealthy way is when you're trying to please somebody to get them to like you over what God has put in you naturally in your spirit to stay away from that person, to not be afraid to speak the truth to that person, but you're afraid because you're afraid of what they're going to think of you. You're afraid of what they're going to say to you, or that they won't approve you, or approve of you. You got to remember, especially when you're dealing with people that are in the world, they have worldly thoughts about you anyway. They're not going to have the same kind of thoughts that a sister or brother in Christ would have towards you that are in your best interest. They're going to have a worldly view of you. So no matter what you do, it doesn't matter if you give them $1,000,000, they're still not going to see you the way God, or the way that somebody, that the way that God has put that certain someone in your life that does have his spirit to help you, to pull you through. Like Paul, he kept Timothy around. Titus, these are people that stood by him, that he could depend on, that he called upon, that he traveled with. These were his brothers, just like Jesus. He knew that Judas was going to betray him, but his other disciples, yes, Peter did deny him 3 times, but he had a bond with his disciples. These were the only, and there was only 12 of them. So to only let 12 people in your life that are in your innermost circle, these had to be people that God called him to have in his life. And of course they are. It's all throughout the New Testament. And that's what I'm saying. If you're going to have somebody that's in your life, more than likely it's going to be a small circle. It's not going to be a huge array of people. You're going to have a very small circle, and you need to be careful with who you're bringing into that circle. And this is what God has been teaching me over and over again, because I have had that spirit of people pleasing, and I have been, excuse me, and I have been fighting towards stop doing that, and to make sure that I am testing others' spirit, and to know that I know that this person is not for me to have in my life. Whatever I need to say to them, whatever I need to do for them at that moment, then I do that, and I make sure that I get them out of my life. That may sound harsh, but it would not be worth them ruining your life, and it would not be worth them doing the damage that they're trying to do in your life to keep them around. It's best to cut them off, pray for them, and send them on their way. And that's just the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. And so with these 2 women, I've been praying to God that he helps me to be able to be strong and to be swift, and of course to be kind and gentle and humble as I can be, to send them on their way, because ultimately God has given me several signs of what these women's intentions are. And he has not given me the peace that I should feel in bringing someone close to my life. So you got to be careful what you say to these kind of people, and what you say and how you say it. You need to make sure that you keep your personal life separate from them. Don't let them in any kind of crack that they can get in, because the devil is going to try to use them to destroy you and your family. So do not let that happen. Hold on to God. Know that you can do it. Know that you're not being mean to them because you're not going to let them in your life. But know that you are praying for them, that they receive the right spirit for them to be able to be good friends. And maybe they'll be your friend later on when they receive the Lord. Sorry, that's my phone. When they receive the Lord, or when they come to Christ, whatever God has to do in their life, you pray that God does that. And you make sure that you go your way, and that is in God's way. So I hope that this helped you all. I love you guys, and just remember, when you have that ting of you don't have peace, cut it off, run away. Love you guys. Hope you guys have a good night. Bye bye.